So here we have then at the most fundamental level, abundance is being in touch with the source of life within yourself and recognizing it as the essence of who you are, of course. So the secret of life is to be in touch with that within yourself, and from that, we could say, state of connectedness with being, look out onto the world, and the first thing you see is abundance all around you. Because you're surrounded by millions of different life forms everywhere, unfolding continuously, unbelievable profusion of life everywhere. Whether you're out in the country, natural world, or whether you're in New York City or any city, walking along Fifth Avenue, and there too, profusion of manifestations of life. You don't even need to differentiate between natural, you can actually enjoy all manifestations of life, from the tree to the store display at Tiffany's, if you want. It's just life. You don't necessarily need to, at that stage, you don't need to have anything because you're already enjoying all that, and that is a wonderful feeling of abundance already. But you have to be in the background, there needs to be the connectedness. So there is a certain powerful field of stillness as you walk around Fifth Avenue looking at everything. You need to have a stronger connection on Fifth Avenue than you need in the middle of the forest. But it's not that you can't be in that place on Fifth Avenue, you can. So if you're walking out in the middle of a big city, of course you get all kinds of, your attention is pulled this way and that. And the staying rooted in that field so that you're not dependent on your environment to feel peaceful. If you're dependent on your environment to feel peaceful, then, I can't be peaceful here. I need to go out somewhere else. Yes, I'm often mentioned, of course, that nature is helpful. It is wonderful to go out to nature. But if you are dependent on nature to become still and peaceful, then your life becomes restricted. And there is a lack of depth still. You're dependent on a certain environment. Fine, you love nature, that's beautiful. You love being in nature, it's wonderful, but you are then dependent on that, and you cannot take that state of aliveness into the city. So it requires greater depth and intensity, alertness, so that you can enjoy the aliveness everywhere, wherever you are. In all manifestations of life, see them as temporary play, the temporary play of forms, because that's what it is. There's nothing permanent here, nothing permanent. If you take a movie picture of Fifth Avenue, let's just stay with Fifth Avenue, that stands for all cities in all streets. If you took a movie camera to Fifth Avenue and film all the people running around the street, and then a few years later, let's say 50 years, you watch the film, then most of the people running around Fifth Avenue will have disappeared already. Not only from Fifth Avenue, but from the planet. So you watch ultimately insubstantial life forms going about their business or their play. They call it business, but it is play. And to them it's serious, but it's not. It's the play of life, includes Wall Street. If you know it's play, it's fine, but you can only know it's play through being connected to that which is deeper than the forms in yourself. Then you recognize the forms as the play of form. But if you are not connected with the depths of being in yourself, you don't recognize the movement of form as the play of forms, because to you then, that's all there is. And then there comes a neediness. I need these forms to make me happy. And there comes a concern and seriousness about forms, because that's all you seem to have. So you get unduly anxious about the forms of life. And everything is very serious. So most people in big cities are serious, going about their business. And there's fear underlying the seriousness. They're serious because they are ultimately in a state of concealed to themselves fear. And they're trying to get somewhere. They never get there, but they're always on the way somewhere very important to get this done. They never get it done because they do this and then there's something else. That's not abundance. There can be no true feeling of abundance if you don't recognize the playful nature of the world. If you are dependent for your sense of fullness on the forms, there's no abundance. You're just seeking more forms to fill your life up with. So here we have then at the most fundamental level, abundance is being in touch with the source of life within yourself and recognizing it as the essence of who you are, of course. And then look around and experience the sensory world. And then you can participate in the play without completely losing yourself in it and enjoy the play of form. And then you experience, as you do that, you experience another level of abundance, that is the abundance of experiences, of experiencing life in various ways. Through where you go, what you do, relationships, sensory experience even, and even there you don't get lost in it, you can even enjoy food. Tastes good. Without the addictive enjoyment that is very different, that goes, I need more of this. And then there's come, you need to take it in to more. Drink. Another one. Sex, need more. And it draws you out of you. Where's the next sex object? And of course it draws you out there. You can enjoy sensory experience without becoming addicted to sensory experience. And that is to being able to enjoy sensory experience, and whatever you do is also abundance. It's the part of the fullness of life. And then it's possible that also things come into your life. And then you can enjoy things also for what they are, without getting worked up about owning them or fear of loss. Enjoy something beautiful, why not? But not obsessively accumulating one thing after another pointlessly, but to honor the world of things also is part of being here. So as things come to you, so you don't need to seek abundance for the sake of abundance. You have to go to the place of abundance. From there, different levels of abundance manifest in your life. They may include the outermost level, things coming to you.